Hello, welcome to Longshot Larry's Sports Astrology. We're looking at the semi-final, the first leg in the Champions League between Real Madrid and Manchester City. A replay of last year's semi-final. We'll see what the result is this time. So Manchester City are slight favourites. They're going to be represented by Scorpio and its ruler Mars, Leo on the 10th and its ruler the Sun, and Real Madrid are going to be represented by Taurus and its ruler Venus, and Aquarius and its ruler Saturn. So looking at that Frawley method, the Sun, which is Lord of the 10th, is in the 7th house within that 3-degree area, which is a strong indication that Real Madrid are going to win this game. Venus is Lord of the 7th. It is applying to the part of fortune, 6 degrees, which is too far, and it will try and Saturn first anyway, so we can't use that. There's nothing on the Antisca method, so that's one for Real Madrid. The other very important feature of this chart is that the Sun is going to be exactly aligned with Uranus during the game. So Uranus rules excitement. It generally works for the favourite. However, we've got the reigning champions Real Madrid, which the Sun represents, or does it represent Manchester City because it's Lord of the 10th here? Not quite sure. What I am pretty sure about is this is going to be a very exciting game. You would look for a change in momentum after half time there when the Sun is aligned with Uranus exactly. Looking at the Real Madrid coach Carlo Ancelotti. So alignments with this Sun and Uranus are going to be key in my opinion. It is 30 degrees away or a semi-sextile to his Sun. That is a minor aspect. I've never actually used it before, so I'm not quite sure how strong that is. It is 135 degrees away from his Saturn, and I'll be talking about that in the progressions, but it's applying 1 degree. What else has he got going on? He's got a lot of other aspects going on. The Mars in the game chart is applying to his natal Jupiter within half a degree. Very handy, that's a good combination, Mars and Jupiter. And Jupiter here in Aries is sextile his Mercury MC combination. A little bit past his Mercury, and it's a very important planet because it rules his Sun and his MC here. So those aspects look good. The other aspect is Saturn here is down here in Pisces. Now it is past just a quincunx to his Mars. Saturn quincunx Mars is not a good alignment. It tends to mean that things can fall apart in the last 5 or 10 minutes, and his Saturn is quincunx Mars natally, so that is a bit of a concern for Carlo Ancelotti. Looking at his progressions, this Sun and Uranus is applying to a square to his progress Sun up here in Leo. It is 1 degree away, and his Sun is sextile Uranus quite wide natally. However, his progress Sun is exactly sesquiquadrate Saturn at the moment, which is a challenging alignment, Sun and Saturn. So that is a potential negative for Ancelotti. Looking at Pep Guardiola, the Man C coach. He has his Saturn on the descendant at the start. Saturn rules his Sun and midheaven. Mercury is on his ascendant with Saturn sextile. How does he lie with Sun and Uranus? Well, potentially it's trine his midheaven. His moon is conjunct Uranus natally, so he's used to a roller coaster of emotions there. He's also got Neptune applying to his Mars, which I'll talk about a little bit later. When we look at his progressions, you can see that progressed Saturn, well, the Sun and Uranus are a little bit past his progressed Saturn, which rules his MC and Sun, and his progressed moon is moving in a trine that. I think that's a degree away. That's 4 weeks. That's towards the end of the Premier League season and FA Cups and all that sort of thing. So he looks okay as well. I'm going to look at these eclipses now to try and get a bit of a long-term perspective. This solar eclipse from the 20th of April I think is the most important chart determining championships for the next couple of weeks or couple of months. So at the time of this eclipse, which is in the very last degree of Aries, it was square Pluto. So alignments with that I think are going to be quite important. So this is set for Madrid in Spain. The eclipse is trine the MC, separating 2 degrees. Now last year, prior to the final, there was another solar eclipse which was exactly trine the MC in Madrid, and they ended up winning the championship. But it's 2 degrees away this time. Neptune is on the ascendant too. And so alignments with Neptune are going to be very important for the Real Madrid. So looking at Ancelotti, the eclipse is quite good. It's sextile his MC, which is very helpful. Neptune, however, is applying to a square to his Mercury, which is right on the IC at the time of the solar eclipse in Madrid. Now, Neptune can be dreams coming true or disappointment. Which one will it be? I suppose we'll find out in the next 2 weeks or so over the time of this semi-final. Now, looking at the eclipse set for Manchester, England. So the eclipse here is trying to MC. It is closer here. It's within 1 degree, so it's slightly closer. And Neptune is on the ascendant as well. So how does Manchester City line up with Neptune? Manchester City coach Pep Guardiola. Well, Neptune is applying to a trine to his Mars and sextile his Sun. So it's more favourable, in my opinion, for Manchester City. I'm not sure that Guardiola has won a Champions League. If you want to leave a note in the comments. My thinking is the Champions League would probably be the one he covets the most, which would be the dream. So that's helpful there. The eclipse itself, Pluto here at the time of the eclipse, is sextile his Jupiter, past a trine to Pluto. However, it is turning retrograde and will be coming back towards that. And Jupiter, Mars, Pluto all aligned with his Sun. So that's quite a powerful eclipse for Pep Guardiola and Manchester. So in summary, I think Manchester City look better to progress to the finals. The final this year, however, you can never write off Real Madrid. So in summary for this game, we've got that Sun-Uranus conjunction. And we've also got the falling method pointing to Real Madrid, the underdogs. Carlo Ancelotti looks okay. I think that Sun-Uranus could be a little bit of a concern for him today. Manchester City coach Pep Guardiola also looks okay. Nothing fantastic there though. And I don't think this is very clear at all. Falling method is pointing to Real Madrid. However, we have that exact Sun-Uranus conjunction. I don't have enough examples to say with any certainty what that means, so I'm going for a draw in this game. As for the series as a whole, based on that eclipse, I think Manchester City do look better for the 2 legs to progress to the final. However, Real Madrid have come back from the death last year, as we saw, so you can never write them off. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.